Hey guys, so you remember what I was telling you? I don't think I'm going to be doing monthly book hauls anymore just because I don't think I would be buying a lot of books anymore, at least per month. Yeah, I should really just shut my mouth. So here we are with another book haul, my March book haul, and I have accumulated 9 books. I mean, these are all books that I was really excited for. I mean, yeah, every time I hear about a new book, I immediately want to go out and buy it, and I end up doing that. I remember there was certain sales, and I think that's why I bought some of these, but really, I don't really care. I don't care anymore. I'm going to stop talking. I'm always going to have a monthly book haul, I guess, because what? I just keep buying. Okay, so let's start with the book haul. Again, I have 9 books to show you. I got some from Half Price Books, Barnes & Noble, I think Target. Yeah, I got one from Target. But yeah, Alright, so first up I have Wires and Nerve Volume 2, Gone Rogue. This is the second volume in Aiko's story. I believe this is only a duology. Don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure this is the end. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's what I've heard. And I enjoyed the first one. The only thing I didn't enjoy was the art style, the monochromatic. The fact that it's only blue. I don't know, it's hard for me to get through. I mean, the art style isn't bad. It's just the fact that it's all blue is kind of annoying. But I love the Lunar Chronicle series. I love Aiko as a character. You do get all of your favorite characters in this series. And I believe this is set before the epilogue in Stars Above. Hopefully, it'll continue on to the epilogue and you'll actually be able to see it in art form. But I'm excited to have it. I'm really glad that I finally got it. So, yeah. Next up, I have The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This one has been a long time coming. I've been wanting to get this ever since I found out about it. But I just never picked it up. And I'm glad I didn't pick it up right away because there's an exclusive collector's edition that I had to have. This is a gorgeous edition. First off, this book is about a girl named Star who witnesses her friend being shot down by a police officer. Yeah. And, I mean, just, it goes from there. This is inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement, which I've heard phenomenal things about this book. It was, on everybody's top favorites of the year last year, and I know she has another book coming out very soon, so I'm excited to read this and then hopefully read that one as well. And yeah, I had to have the collector's edition because of this gorgeous artwork and quotes. So this one has the rose, and it says, "Brave doesn't mean you're not scared, it means you go on even though you're scared." And then on the back, it has the flower petals, and it says, "What's the point of having a voice if you're going to be silent in those moments you shouldn't be?" And then, I mean, that one says, "We will never be quiet." Oh, man. These are so beautiful. People like us in situations like this become hashtags, but they rarely get justice. At least that's what I think it says. It blacks out, her body blacks out some of the words. And then this one says, "I'll never be quiet." And then there's just one of Star. It's really beautiful. And I absolutely love it. And I cannot wait to just pick this book up and read it. Because, again, I've heard really amazing things about it. Next up, I have American Panda by Gloria Chow. I don't know too much about this. I was just in Target one day and I wanted to pick up a couple books, so I picked this one up as well as another one, so I guess I had two. And I know that this is about a girl who is Taiwanese, and I think she's in college. Oh my god. Okay, so she's a freshman at MIT, and she falls for a non-Taiwanese man. It's all I really know about this. It's all I really want to know about it. I'm just really excited to pick this up. I've heard good things about it. They're not the best. A lot of people say it's good. It's not the best, but it's still good. And I'm excited to pick this up. Also, I remember that. That's pretty. I'm really glad they did that. I love the color. Like this kind of like mint green, like bluish kind of color. It's just really, really pretty. And I'm just really happy to have this in my collection. Alright, next up I have the other one I got at Target, which was Between the Blade and the Heart by Amanda Hocking. This is the Valkyrie series, book 1 or something. The second one is From the Earth to the Shadows. I like these names. I've tried reading Amanda Hocking before. I've read one of her novels and I thought it was okay. But this is a Game of Thrones meets Blade Runner, inspired by Norse mythology fantasy book. I love Game of Thrones. I love mythology. Norse is great. And I've never seen Blade Runner, but I've heard good things. But yeah, I don't really know anything else about it. I know it's a pretty fast read and people think it's okay. People think it's pretty good. I wanted to pick it up and see. And hopefully I will enjoy it. And, alright. The next 4 books are all books that I've read. And I've read them all for the Superhero-a-thon, which is going on now. It's going to end on Sunday. So in a few days. But yeah, I read all of these for this series, or for this readathon. And yeah, they are all books that I've been really, really wanting to pick up. And I'm really glad I did, because these are all, I can't believe it. These are all like 5-star books. You're gonna see this in my Superhero-a-thon wrap-up. But these all pretty much got 5 stars from me. Wow. First I have Rain the Earth by A.C. Goggin. This is the Elemente series, book 1. I don't really know what the series is called. It just says the Elemente, and I'm gonna go with that. I just finished this for the readathon, and I absolutely loved it. It's about a girl who lives in the desert, and she is marrying this king. Yeah, she has there's a war, oh my god, there's a war going on with her people and the adjoining kingdom, and so she agrees to marry the king of that adjoining kingdom, which I think it's called the Bonelands. Yeah, he's the king of the Bonelands. Great. And so she ends up marrying him to achieve peace for her people, and she knows her husband absolutely despises the Elemente, who are people who can control elemental powers like earth, wind, fire, air, or earth, wind, fire, and water. I couldn't remember that for some reason. And yeah, she knows he absolutely hates them. He will execute them, anytime he wants. And she finds out she is one, which doesn't bode well for her. But this is great. I absolutely loved it. Oh my god. I'm really glad I picked this up. Also, another one I'm really glad I picked up was Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This is a West African inspired fantasy with like elements of Avatar: The Last Airbender, which also this one kind of has elements of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I picked some really good books this month. And this is about a girl who, her name is Ellie, and she remembers when magic flowed through the land, and she also remembers the day when it was taken from them and it completely vanished. And she years later, she's in the market. She bumps into this princess, and the princess is asking for help, trying to get out of the market. And she finds out that this princess has the key to bringing magic back to the land. So those two, as well as Zelly's brother, go on this journey, this epic journey to bring back magic. Also being on the run from the princess's brother, who, well, wants to kill them, pretty much. This is another fantasy book that has a king who absolutely despises magic. So I've read both of these, very close to the other, and wow. They're sort of alike, but very different. And then with, I got the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, so with that it came with this, poster, has all the different clans on it, as well as a map. So I'm really excited to have that. But of course, I think it has a bonus chapter of Tomi Adeyemi's, just one chapter where she annotates it. It's chapter 57, and she just annotates it, which, that was cool. I'm going to actually, I need to really read that. I haven't done it in a while. And that's the true reason why I really wanted it. What can I say? I'm a sucker for a really cute cover. Though the black cover looks really nice too, and I actually kind of want that. Yeah. I really like the black cover as well as the red. Because the black has red and, or black is black and gold, and red is red and silver. It just really pleases me. Alright, next one I have is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexander Christo. This is a Little Mermaid inspired retelling, but with sirens, and it's very brutal, very dark, and I absolutely loved it. Again, 5 out of 5 stars. I mean, this was fantastic. Oh my god. I just really loved it, and it's about a really kick-ass female main character who is a siren. Her name is Lyra, and she is known as the Princess Bane. And so every year on their birthday, a siren must take a heart from a human somewhere. And Lyra only wants princes. That's it. It's the only heart she'll take. And she kind of screws up, and she takes a heart 2 weeks before her birthday, which is a big no-no. And her mother, the Sea Queen, who, if you can tell the tentacles, she's like the sea witch, like Ursula from The Little Mermaid. And she punishes Lyra by making her human and telling her she must get a heart from another prince, a specific prince, who is another perspective you get in this book. And she must do it all without the use of her magic, without the use of her song. So, this was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. And last but not least in that little stack, I have Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the third and final book in the Illuminae Files trilogy. I absolutely loved it. I'm not going to go into detail about this because it is the third and final book. So, Illuminae is amazing. Gemina was amazing. Obsidio was no different. I absolutely loved it. I thought it wrapped up pretty good. I'll talk more about this in my wrap up, but this is fantastic. I'm really glad I have it, and I'm glad I read it. I wish there was more to the series, but what can you do? This is a great epic conclusion. Alright, and last but not least in this haul, I have Shah and the End of Time by Roshani Chokshi. This is the first in the Rick Riordan Presents imprint. It's Rick Riordan's new imprint where he just chooses authors that have a similar style to him, has mythology, middle grade, and he just, I guess, I don't know if it's like, I mean, it's a new publishing imprint, but I'm not entirely sure how that works. But I don't know too much about this, All I know is what I heard, and I heard that it was like Percy Jackson meets Sailor Moon, which, if you don't know, are two of my favorite things. And what I really enjoyed seeing a note from Rick Riordan in the beginning of this. I haven't read this yet, but I really want to. And I just love how, so he says, artist Shah is about to explode your head. Have you ever read a book and thought, wow, I wish I'd written that? For me, Artist Shah and the End of Time is one of those books. It has everything I like. Humor, action, great characters, and of course, awesome mythology. But this is not a book I could have written. I just don't have the expertise or the insider's knowledge to tackle that, the huge, incredible world of Hindu mythology, much less make it so fun and reader-friendly. Fortunately for all of us, Rishani Chakshi does. Yes. And this cover is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Ooh, is there like a really pretty... No. It's just blank. It just, yeah. Just purple. Purple's cute too, I guess. But I love this cover. It's so beautiful. And I cannot wait to pick this up. This is something I really want to pick up very soon. Who knows? Maybe it'll make its way into my April TBR. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, that's it for me today, guys. That was my entire haul for the month of March. I'm not going to keep saying that I'm not going to buy, you know, as many books each month because, what? I can't seem to keep that promise. It's a promise to myself. It was more like, there's not as many books coming out, so you can, you know, curb your book spending. And I ended up finding more books that I wanted each month than what I originally thought. I mean, I didn't have Children of Blood and Bone on my radar. And I know everyone was talking about it, but I didn't really hear anything about it. And I was like, well, I hadn't heard about it before, and I don't know, I just like skip past it because I'm like, I really don't want to buy a whole nother book this month. And, well, I did hear about it, and it sounded so freaking good, especially after I just went and saw Black Panther. So it spoke to me, and I'm really glad I got it. And I did pick up some books that came out a couple months ago that I hadn't picked up. So, yeah, that's where we are. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again with another. Bye.